Tuesday night, 6:40 p.m. You're still in your work clothes because you haven't had the energy to change. The takeout containers from the Indian place are still on the counter, $38 with the tip. There's a glass of whatever red wine was open in the fridge. The TV is on some show you're not even watching. It's just noise to drown out the meeting that's still replaying in your head. You tell yourself, I put in the hours. I deserve this. Here's the thing nobody tells you. That $38 dinner isn't really $38. It's not even close. Once you count everything your job actually costs you, in money and in time, you're not earning what your offer letter says. You might be earning a third of it, maybe less. My name is Bond, James Bond. Not the movie star. The man with the calculator instead of the gadgets. And I spend an unreasonable amount of time running the numbers on things most people never bother to question. Today it's your paycheck. I'm going to show you the real math. Once you run these numbers on your own life, you won't look at your paycheck or a price tag the same way again. And if this is the kind of thing that gets you thinking, hit subscribe and tap that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. From the day we start working, we're taught to measure ourselves in one figure, the salary. $58,000 a year sounds like about $28 an hour. That feels solid, livable. But no functioning business measures itself by revenue alone. A restaurant that brings in $2 million a year while spending $2 million on rent, staff, and ingredients isn't a successful restaurant. It's a business on the edge of collapse. Revenue without expenses is a fantasy number. We do this to ourselves constantly. We treat our salary as pure profit and never run the expense side of the ledger. But there is an expense side. The product being sold is you, your hours, your energy, your nervous system. And the overhead of selling that product is bigger than almost anyone admits. Let's build this out with a composite example. We'll call her Dana. Dana makes $58,000 a year, which nets out to about $28 an hour before anything else is subtracted. Step 1, taxes. Federal, state, payroll tax. Dana's $28 becomes roughly $22 the moment it hits her account. Easy math, and most people stop here. We're not stopping here. Step 2, the cost of getting there. Dana drives 25 minutes each way. That's gas, insurance, and the extra maintenance a car needs from daily commuting. Call it $3,600 a year she wouldn't spend if she worked from her kitchen table. Step 3, the cost of looking the part. Blazers, slacks, the dry cleaner, the haircuts timed around looking professional. Not glamorous spending, but it's spending that only exists because of the job. Step 4, the convenience tax. Dana doesn't have time to pack lunch 3 mornings a week, so she buys it. She grabs coffee on the way in because she was up too late replying to emails. She pays extra for a dog walker because she isn't home until 6. None of this is indulgence. It's the tax you pay for having no time left. Step 5, the one nobody wants to say out loud, recovery spending. The Friday cocktail that turns into 3. The weekend trip booked on a whim because she needs to feel like a person again. The therapy copay that exists specifically to process a toxic manager. This is money spent treating a wound the job created. Add it all up, and Dana's real take-home isn't $58,000. It's closer to $31,000. Now the other half of the equation, because wage is money divided by time, and we've been lying to ourselves about the time too. HR says Dana works 40 hours a week. Let's actually track her day. 25 minutes getting camera ready before she's even left the house. 25 minutes each way commuting. Unpaid, unpleasant, unavoidable. A lunch hour she can't actually use for herself because she's tethered to her phone. 20 to 30 minutes decompressing on the couch afterward, not living her life, just recovering from it enough to start living it. None of this shows up on a timesheet. All of it belongs to the job. Once you count it honestly, Dana isn't giving 40 hours a week to her employer. She's giving closer to 55. Take Dana's real net income, roughly $31,000, and divide it by her real annual hours, somewhere around 2,860. Her $28 an hour job pays her, in reality, somewhere around $10.80 an hour. Depending on cost of living and job stress, some people doing this math land at $6 or $7 an hour. Less than a part-time retail job with none of the commute, none of the wardrobe, none of the always-on pressure. This isn't meant to depress you. It's meant to sharpen your decision-making. Because once you know your real number, everything you buy gets a second price tag. This idea isn't new. It's a version of a concept made popular by the personal finance classic, Your Money or Your Life, converting purchases into hours of your life instead of dollars. Say your real hourly wage comes out to $11. You see a $220 jacket. The sticker says $220. Your brain should say, that's 20 hours. 20 hours of commuting, meetings, and Slack notifications traded for a jacket. Suddenly, a lot of purchases stop feeling worth it. This also exposes something ugly about promotions. A $12,000 raise sounds like an obvious yes, until you account for the extra hours, the nicer wardrobe it demands. The second car you now need because you can't carpool anymore, the takeout on the nights you get home at 8. Plenty of people take a promotion and watch their real hourly wage go down, even as their bank balance goes up. And there's a compounding cost hiding underneath all of this. That daily $6 coffee you only buy because you're too drained to make it at home. Over 30 years, invested instead of spent, that's close to $200,000. You're not just buying caffeine, you're spending your future. Nobody needs to hear, quit and move to a cabin. That's not useful advice for someone with rent due Friday. The real fix is treating your real hourly wage as the metric you optimize, not your salary. A few concrete levers. Negotiate remote days. 2 fewer commutes a week can add hours and dollars back into your life without your employer spending a cent more. Meal prep on your day off. It directly lowers your cost of goods sold. Cut the appearance tax where you can. Not every job actually requires what you think it requires. Move the math, not just the mindset. Every dollar of job-created expense you eliminate is a dollar of real freedom, not just paper income. The deeper shift is realizing your life is a business, and margin matters more than revenue. Someone earning $110,000 but spending $104,000 and working 75 hours a week to do it is running a business that's about to go under. Someone earning $52,000, spending $24,000, and working 32 hours a week is running a business that's thriving. Margin, not the top-line number, is what actually determines whether you're winning. This weekend, not on a burned-out Friday night, but when you're actually rested, sit down and do this math for yourself. Add up your real commute costs. Be honest about your convenience spending. Be honest about your recovery spending, too. That part is uncomfortable, but it's where a lot of the truth lives. Divide your real net pay by your real annual hours. Write the number down. Stick it somewhere you'll see it. Your wallet, your card, your lock screen. Next time you're about to buy something, do the conversion. Ask, is this worth the hours it costs me? That one habit will change your spending more than any budgeting app you've ever downloaded. We're taught to think of time as free and money as scarce. It's the opposite. Time is the actual currency. Stop selling yours at a discount. If this shifted how you think about your paycheck, send it to someone who needs to hear it. We didn't get into this trap by accident, and we're not getting out of it by accident either. But we can do the math together. If you want more of this, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you catch the next breakdown the moment it drops. I'm Bond, James Bond. No gadgets, just spreadsheets. And I'll see you in the next one.